Ryan, Chris, great to see you. Final sit down of the season. The end is nigh. Are you both feeling like you can see that end in sight?
Look, yeah, it's been a long season, a tough season, but it's been a good season. So yeah, we're looking forward to the last game. A lot to play for, and hopefully we'll land in a right position.
Mentality the same or any different?
No, we're staying the same. I think we've shown that consistency for large parts this year, and yeah, one we're really looking forward to at the City Ground on Sunday.
When you look back on the season, for both of you, is there a moment that you think, that's when it all clicked, that we thought this could be a campaign where we're fighting for Champions League football? I'll start with you, Ryan.
I feel like the Liverpool away was a big moment for us as a team. I feel like obviously after 2 seasons of being at the bottom end of the Prem, and I think it just gives us that real belief that we can mix with the best teams away from home. Obviously knowing our home form's been really good, and I'd probably say that was the biggest moment. I don't think it made me think, we can challenge for European spots, but I think it just gave us belief as a group that we could really kick on.
Yeah, I think that was an important one to start the season. It came very early on, and winning a game like that gave the team a lot of belief and understanding of how we wanted to play for the season, and really bought into it. And then I think over the Christmas period when we went 5-5, I think that was a big turning point where everybody stood up and thought we can do this, and consistently put strong performances together throughout a tough period, which Christmas is. So yeah, I think those were the 2 big moments in the season.
Did you also have a time in the dressing room when you looked at everyone and the hunger and could see how much everybody wanted it? I wonder from that point of view, because a team like Nottingham Forest, you've got to have everyone performing at the very best, and that's been consistent this season. So when have you looked around and thought, yeah, everyone is in this, they're buying into the same goal?
I would say from pre-season, to be honest, keeping the majority of the team together, recruiting not only fantastic players, but great people who bedded straight into the dressing room, into the culture. And I feel like we've got a team full of winners, people who want to not only better their careers, but do everything for the team. So I feel like, that's the sort of mentality that, has really kept us, being consistent and being really consistent with performances as well.
And I suppose it helps as well when you have a striker that's scoring 20 Premier League goals. I want to talk about that, Chris, because it's quite an achievement. And you must know, having played in the Premier League so many seasons now, that it is hard to hit those double digits, let alone do it twice. What has it been like for you, and what do you think has happened there? Has that been about the supply? Has it been about Nuno and the belief that he's given you?
Look, I think it's a bit of everything. I think the team's very much suited to the way I like to play, and the way that provides chances for me with the attacking wingers, the creative midfield. So that all aids in my attacking sense. And then of course, ever since Nuno's come in, he's given me the belief to be his number 9, and the full backing of being able to be his main man up top and try and provide for him. So I think all of it put together has put me and the team in a good stead, and luckily I've been able to achieve what I have this season.
And there are so many Premier League teams now planning their summer futures, and they're all after a striker that could score 20 Premier League goals. You had that. What did it do for the rest of the team?
I think Chris is very modest. I feel like, when you've got a striker who not only works so much for the team, probably goes under the radar, the work what he does for the team, tracking back, when people are out of position, and yeah, it's massive. He gets this season, everything's come together, and his conversion rate's been up there with some of the best strikers in the world. And yeah, we're lucky to have him up top, and long may it continue up until Sunday, hopefully.
And Ryan, when he got the 100 Premier League goal involvements as well, were you quick to point out, I've scored in all 5 leagues of English football? Have you been doing that?
No, I wasn't, to be fair.
You were nodding though, Chris, like, yeah, I know this.
We definitely wind him up, because that's some achievement. It's some achievement I would have loved to have been able to do, and maybe in my career I'll be able to do it, but not many people that have been able to score in all 5 leagues.
You've bypassed all that. So.
Maybe one day I'll do it, but yeah, he's fantastic for being able to do that, definitely.
And making your professional debut, Ryan, at Barrow, do you think you could have ever anticipated you would be on the verge of being with a club, potentially playing Champions League football next season?
I think you always have them dreams, but yeah, walking out for my debut at North Therapy away for Barrow was a long way
Does
away
Chris
from
know
that.
where North Therapy is?
I actually don't know, to be honest.
Yeah,
I know where Barrow is, but I don't know where North Derby is.
You don't want to know.
I don't know.
No, obviously from then it's been some journey, and you have them dreams, but I feel like it's been like I say, it's been some journey and one you've got to be in the moment with, and one I've thoroughly enjoyed, and hopefully it can be a special day for the club on Sunday.
Every dream needs an orchestrator. So I do want to talk to you about Nuno, and I know that you mentioned about what he's done for you personally, Chris. But for the team and the belief and getting to those new heights, to take a club to new levels is a real achievement. What do you think he's managed to do this season that hadn't been able to be done before?
I just think he came in with his ideas, his beliefs, and then gave belief throughout the team and confidence. I think people buying into the way he wants to play and understanding why he wants to do what he does, even though at the beginning some people might not have wanted to or don't see the plan until it comes into effect. Like the Liverpool game, I think is why it was so big, because he had a different idea of how to attack the game, to win the game, and it went perfectly the way we wanted to. So I think when people believed in him and his ideas, that's when it all came to the front.
Prior to coming to Forest, there were some football supporters that thought he doesn't play pretty football, but I think he's shown this season that you can play really effective counter-attacking football, attacking football in particular that catches the eye. Did you have those beliefs before he'd come in, and then obviously working with him this season, you've seen what he really is all about?
I don't think we had any beliefs on what he wanted to do. I think the moment he came through the door, we knew we were getting a quality manager and a winner more than anything. Every squad has their strengths and weaknesses, and that's his job to find out how best to get us, firstly to get results to stay in the Premier League, and then how we could thrive. And I feel if anything it's been his consistency with the group through the highs and lows. He's kept with his philosophies, and obviously a fantastic pre-season and start to the season, and we've gone on a really good journey this year that'll hopefully finish really well.
I'm rubbing my hands together now because let's speak about Chelsea in this game. Are you treating it like a cup final?
I wouldn't say that, no. I just think we're just treating it like another game. It's. I don't think it's one we need to try and put pressure on ourselves or anything like that and make it a cup final. We know the gravity of it, but also we need to go out there and just play in front of our crowd, enjoy the moment, and play the football that we're capable of doing, that we have all season. And then I think the result will take care of itself. And then if we have a bit of luck, we have a bit of luck. But I don't think we need to make too much of an ordeal out of it. We just need to go out there and do our jobs.
And you do know everything that is at stake. Ryan, for you, will you want to know what's going on in that Villa game? Have the players decided that you want the news filtered in? Do you want to know at half-time what's going on in that other match? I
don't really think it matters too much, because I'm pretty sure we have to win our game regardless. So, it's not going to make too much of a difference. We just need to, literally just what Chris said, we need to go out, perform, to our absolute maximum, and see what happens. We can only control what we can do, and hopefully the City ground is rocking, and it's a fantastic day, and someone slips up, but we need to put that pressure on them by focusing on what we need to do and winning more than anything else. We can't let anything affect us other than trying to win the game. Chelsea
have been a team that have changed and evolved over the last few seasons. I don't know how much Callum Hudson-Odoi will be able to shed any light anymore, but is there a thing with that when you've got a player in the squad that have come from that team that you're facing, that you can try and get some sort of intel?
There's bits and pieces that he will know about certain players, but I think over the years, or over the last 2 years, there's been a lot of change at Chelsea. So I'm sure it's a different manager, different philosophy that they're trying to put out. So I think what our managers stress is just focus on us and the game plan that we want to put into effect, and that will hopefully nullify them and give us a good game. So that's what we'll be focusing on.
And Ryan's face said to me he wasn't buying into that theory either.
No, I remember the game last season we played against them. We were doing really well in the game. They ended up beating us at the City ground, and I just thought, whatever happens, we've got to be at our best. A Chelsea team full of quality players, and one that's extremely exciting, especially being at home, but one we need to be our absolute best to get the win.
do you both visualise? You've scored important goals this season, as well as getting the 20 Premier League goals, winners against United, winners against Arsenal, header against Manchester City I'm thinking of. So this could be another big goal moment.
Yeah, hopefully. Hopefully you get the chance to be able to do that. And whoever it falls to, there'll be opportunities for players in the game. People just got to be ready to take them. And I know the team will be firing come Sunday, and hopefully it works that way.
And whatever happens, Ryan, how are you looking on this season?
I've tried not to think about it too much, but yeah, it's been a fantastic season to secure European football after the club being out of it for so many years. You know, that has to be celebrated. But you know, when there's something to play for, you can't think about that. You know, it's nothing's done. And yeah, you have to dream about these things because that's what makes football so exciting. That's what we live for. And until there's more to achieve, then you know we're not settling for anything less.
Brilliant. But it looks like you're going to go and get some nice rest, the way that you're dressed, and you're going to go straight to the gym. Is that the plan?
Pretty much.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
We wish you all the best for the final match.
Very
Cheers,
much.
thank you.
Thank you.